Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Jack Ballou. I've had a lot of you contact me to ask what to do if you don't have hills where you live. And you've heard that hills are an awesome conditioning tool, but you live in a super flat area with no terrain that goes up and down. That's a tough condition to be in, but my top suggestions for you are to spend a lot of time, so at least 2 days a week, walking and trotting over ground poles. And I'm not going to demonstrate that in this video because I have a bunch already in my video library about working with ground poles. But you're going to want to, so if you don't have hills, you're definitely going to want to commit to 1 or 2 days a week of riding over ground poles. The second thing that you're going to want to do, and I'll explain why, is the main benefit of riding hills is to gain strength for the horse. If you're using hills to get a cardiovascular response, you can mimic that with like galloping intervals in your arena or in a track. But if your primary goal is to use hills to derive a strength benefit, which is why most of us use hills, bear in mind that when you go uphill, you're really working the extensor muscle chain. Those are the top muscles above the spine. When we ride downhill, typically that requires more recruitment of the bottom muscle chain. So these are the muscles underneath the horse's spine, including the abdominal, the deep abdominals, the psoas, the stifles, all those good things. You can closely mimic that. It's not a perfect match, but you can closely mimic that recruitment of extensor and flexor muscle chains by doing a lot of speed changes in your riding. So if you live in a pancake flat state, maybe some of you in the middle of the country, you don't have hills, what you want to do is speed changes. So let me just demonstrate that from a conditioning standpoint. We're not talking about the type of stride changes you would do for a dressage test or something like that. This is for strictly conditioning, and you want to make your speed changes. I'll demonstrate in the trot because that's the easiest to see. You want to make your speed changes as, discernible as possible. So I'm going to start out by going in a very slow little trot with my horse Diamante. And I'll do that for 10 or 20 seconds, okay? And now I'm gonna ask him to really just speed up in the trot. See what I got. Just go, 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 go. And I'm gonna hold that tempo for 10 or 20 seconds. And now I'm gonna slow down again. And again, I'm not worried about how smooth that transition is for our purposes here. This is just to have a conditioning effect. I'm not going to a horse show with this. And now I'm going to speed up again. See if I can get a little bit more. Looking up, keeping my hands low, saying, come on, buddy, let's go, let's go, let's go. And now I'm going to slow down again. And you want to do this in all 3 gaits. You want to do speed changes in all 3 gaits. When you start your speed changes like I just demonstrated, practice that routine for about 3 minutes and then take a break for about 60 seconds and then perhaps do another repetition of 3 minutes. That would be a good emulation of the conditioning effect you would get from hills if you don't have direct access to hills. So this has been Jack Ballou. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in a future video.